Welcome to the 3Ts, Miss Tiffany's Teaching Tips for Parents. Today I wanted to talk about reading books to your child. First, I would like to start off by saying reading is very important. So if you're not reading daily to your child, I highly recommend that you do so. Reading books is essential for children's language development, and it also enhances their receptive understanding about stories. So today I have some wonderful tips for you for reading books at home with your child, and I would like to start off with tip number one. Always read the story out loud first. This allows you to get an understanding and an idea of what the story is going to be about. It allows you to see what characters are going to be in the story, to see whether or not you might need to adjust your tone to fit certain characters. So reading the story out loud first is a very good idea. Our goal is to really bring the story to life and draw the child in. Tip number two is to make sure that the book is appropriate for its audience. It's what we call developmentally age appropriate. Tip number three is illustrations. I love books with beautiful illustrations because it further sparks a child's interest in the story. Tip number four would be to ask open-ended questions throughout the story or after the story, as well as having your children draw a picture about the story. Your goal would be to enhance your child's understanding about the book. So it's also always a very good idea to revisit the story. Tip number five is I would strongly recommend to utilize the book as a tool to teach various concepts such as math, letter recognition, introducing your child to new vocabulary. Books bring so much, and a book is such a great source for teaching many concepts. So I wanted to talk about social and emotional understanding, and one way I enhance children's social and emotional understanding is through literature. So I love to read stories that deal with feelings. So I have a few recommendations for you. This is the first one. This is Duck and Goose. How are you feeling? And I love this story because it only has one word on each page, which I love because it leaves the book up to interpretation, and the child can articulate and communicate what it is that they see. So books such as these are great language builders and conversation starters. So for instance, when I talked about utilizing the book to teach various concepts, one thing you could do with this story is hopeful. So for letter recognition, you can have your child spell the word on the book. In addition, you could teach your child additional words or introduce new vocabulary. For instance, scared. Another word for scared would be frightened or terrified. So you can see that I'm introducing various concepts, right? Letter recognition, introducing new vocabulary. You can also incorporate math in this particular story. So here, he's being selfish. So we can say, how many flowers does he have? And we can count the flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can say he has 6 flowers. If he gave them 2, how many would he have left? So right there, I just incorporated math. So as you can see, you could definitely utilize the book to build in new concepts. This particular book, I love the illustrations. So Duck and Goose, How Are You Feeling by Tad Hill is a wonderful book to make reference to feelings. Another one would be Are You My Mother? One of my all-time favorites. A very good book. Another one would be No, David. This one's good. Um, Once again, the illustrations. And I love the book for begin readers. Also, it has some sight words in there as well. But another wonderful book that talks about feelings. Mr. Panda's Feelings by Steve Anthony. Yes, this is another wonderful book. Once again, it's appropriate for his audience. You can see there's not tons of writing on the page. So another good book. By the way, No David is by David Shannon. And Are You My Mother is by P.D. Eastman. These are all books that you could order online on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles. But these are great books, once again, for feelings. And then here is the Pow Pow Fish, one of the children's all-time favorites. We love the Pow Pow Fish. So I wanted to share. This book's pretty awesome because it has a lot of rhyming words in it, and you can see. And of course, this certain character, his tone of voice, he's gloomy. So we say, I'm a pow pow fish with a pow pow face. I spread the cherry berries all over the place. Blah, blah, blah. The children love this book. A very engaging story, once again, that deals with feelings. With that being said, social and emotional development is important. We teach children that it is okay to express their feelings and feel frustrated, to feel upset, to feel irritated. Those are all, feelings that it's okay to feel. So parents, make sure to be intentional when it comes to talking to your child about how they're feeling, how you're feeling, and introduce different emotional words that are outside of the regular happy, sad, mad. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to the 3 T's, Miss Tiffany's Tips for Parents, and have a wonderful day.